Hey guys, this is Barry with Fire and Ice Outdoors, and we are doing another unboxing video. We're also going to ride this video because it's claiming a few things that I don't know if it can do or not. But I'm going to tell you this, whoever built these bikes, the Tigar company, is probably some young men that are very trendy and know what they're doing. A lot of these bikes that I do, they're kind of just slapping them together. This has got a super old school vibe. Their logos are just very 50s mindset. It's a very cool bike, extremely cool. This is called the Tigar Plus, the MT20, and it's got a 750 watt rear motor with 1100 peak. It gives you two choices. You can get the 15 amp hour battery or the 35. I believe this one's the 35. It's claiming that it'll do 130 miles. I gotta tell you guys, I've been doing long distance e-biking for a long time, almost 3 years, and I can get a 20 amp hour battery to go about 50 miles. And that's me pedaling at pedal assist 2. Now I'm a big dude, so I usually make the companies give me 2 batteries so I can do 100 miles a day. It's 75, so I don't have to worry about the anxiety of running out of battery. Because these bikes, when they run out of battery, they're big sleds, they're heavy. So let's open this up, let's put it together, let's take it for a spin, and let's talk about it. So let's go. One thing that this company's really thought about, I just believe that whoever owns this company is smart. They're wanting to do this for a living. You can just tell. Look how I open in this box. Every one of these companies make you have to pull it from the top. You have to open the top, and you have to have a friend with you, and you lift it up from the top. This, absolutely ingenious. To have a frame like this right here, and they lock it up, lift it up, that's impressive. I'm telling you this because I've done hundreds of e-bikes, and no one does this. And I want to show you just how pretty this freaking bike is. Now, I've got some broken ribs, guys, so I'm super sorry if I'm slow, but it's got an all-terrain rear, front and rear tire. I mean, this looks like a freaking dirt bike. So what I'm going to do, because I know a lot of people skip out of this, I'm just going to, let me show you what you're going to need real quick. Hang tight. You're going to need a way to just cut some of the tape or whatever. You're also going to need some wire cutters. And I'm just going to go around and just cut all this stuff, because a lot of people skip through this on my analytics, don't watch this part of it. So I'm not going to do anything more than take all this foam stuff off, and we're going to build it together, okay? I'll be right back. Dude, look how cool this bike is. Now all I've done is just took all the foam and the wire ties off. So we've got to put this bike together, and it's really about 90% put together. We've got to put tire on, we have to put the handlebars on, which they have everything on the handlebars, we just have to hook it up to the bike, and then put the foot pedals on. So let's get into it. All right. Let's look and see what they've got. This is a little goodie box. I think this is pegs for the rear end, and we'll go ahead and put them on, but no one's going to ride on the back of this thing. But this is a 2-seater, so we're going to put these on. I believe this is the headlight. It's typically when you buy one of these, you are going to get a box like this, and it's normally the headlight. It's a neat looking headlight too. And inside here, we've got the manual. You've got your pegs, right and left pegs. They are, oh, what in the world? This is cool. The axle, the wheel comes off really easy. This is this type of axle you can take off extremely quickly and store it. That's super neat. I think there's 3 here. I think this is for your triple tree, for your handlebars. They put a beautiful Allen wrench on here. This is going to be to put fender on, and the fender's metal, which is nice. They give you a cheap set of tools here. This is really cool, but you can customize. They give you a bunch of stickers that you can customize your tank, down the side or whatever, to make it look cool. Really neat. And you have a charging system. If you get the 15 amp hour, it'll take about 5 hours to charge. And if you get the 35, which this is the 35, it'll take 10 hours to charge. So just a heads up there. It's not very fast. We got all our little goodies here. Let's put the handlebars on first, and then we'll put the tire on. I just want to show you something. This is a motorcycle tire. Do you see the knobs on this bad boy? Probably going to be a little noisy on the road. That is so impressive. But we're going to put this to the side right now because we're going to do the handlebars first, and then we'll do the seat. There's a little bit of air into it. Hopefully it doesn't come with a pump. Hopefully you have a pump because the back tire looks pretty low as well. So keep your eye on the tires. All right, let's get into it. All right, let's get these handlebars on. I always kind of go back and forth on, you know, should I put the handlebars on or the wheel? Because if you put once you put the wheel on, the kickstand can go down. Right now, it's still kind of not super stable. I broke my ribs 3 weeks ago on a motorcycle trip. We do a lot of dirt biking, like long distance dirt biking, and that's a little bit painful. So I'm sorry if I'm acting a little bit. So these right here, 2 of these. If I'm acting a little bit slow, or I'm usually pretty personable. All right. Make sure your brakes levers are facing outward. Let's see here. Try to move everything around. Man, this thing is like a motorcycle. It is pretty impressive. Just finger tight. Don't tighten anything down right now until. And one thing Tiger, why wouldn't you put blue Loctite on these? This seems like a very important spot to have blue Loctite. And blue Loctite, to let people know, is an automotive thing. A lot of companies use it it's like a glue so that they don't come out. All right, I can see this is going to take a little bit of time. I'm not sure. Again, Tiger, why don't you put the risers on for them and just put the handlebars down? If I had to guess, it was maybe for storage, but I don't know. I would have left the risers because this is a little bit aggravating. I'm only going to be able to turn this like quarter turn, and that can be a little bit frustrating. But all right, this is going to take a while. I don't want you to stay here. I'm going to have to turn this 1 inch at a time on both of these, so I'll be right back. All right, not going to lie to you. I had to go get my wrenches because that quarter turn stuff crazy sucks. So Tiger, why don't you just leave the risers on there and leave the handlebars off? It just is better for everybody. That was a little bit crazy. But all right, let me get this put all back together real quick. But I wanted to tell you that I'm not completely honest with you. I went and got my tools to get this done. All right. I have to read the manual on that one. I'm trying to figure out how to put this on here, but they're insetted. And this is not. The screws are actually insetted into the hole, and then this has got a plate on it, so I don't know if we have to take off the thing, but I'll read that real quick and be right back. So I know why they don't have the handlebars on there. It's because this goes down here, and then you put it right over top of it like that. That's why. So I'm going to get you a better view of what I'm talking about, but that actually goes under the risers. So hopefully you didn't go too far before realizing this mistake I made. So I'm super apologize for the mistake. I should have read it. It's actually second page. So all right, I'm going to get you higher so you can see what I'm doing. So that's got to go in just like that, right? No, that doesn't line up. Oh my God. Really? So that doesn't line up. Well, they do line up there. Huh. So yeah. So this doesn't go there. It lines up here. Wow, that's weird. Let me show you something. I guess you need to just read it. Yeah, I mean, I was just looking at the picture as close as I possibly can. It doesn't really tell you how to put it on. So it shows you put it on the triple tree, but when you try to put it on the triple tree, it's too wide. Can I adjust this at all? Yeah, that doesn't fit on there. It's too wide. Let me see what it saw. Install. So this is not correct. Huh. So just a little heads up there. This will not fit in here. You cannot fit it in there. So what I'm probably gonna do is take these screws out so this can adjust. But Tiger, I just want you to know, this does not fit in these two holes on the triple tree. Just want you to know, these are too wide. Just a heads up. So that was going to need to be adjusted. But I am going to take these two screws out so this can be moved back and forth. Hopefully that'll work. So let me play with this. I'll be right back. So the issues that we had was that this bracket will not fit in the triple tree holes. I don't know if you can see into these holes right here. So what I did was I unscrewed the back plate, the two screws, and I want to show you those, and that we unscrewed them. But on the very back here, I took those two screws out, and now these, what that did was allow these to move back and forth. Can you see that? I hope. Because it was way too wide. So taking those screws out allowed me to, now that fits on there perfectly. So this is going to be a little bit aggravating, but we're going to have to hook all of this up together. Oh, and hopefully I get lucky and everything fits like a glove. Okay, yeah, and whatever you do, do not tighten everything down. So my problem that I had is that the brackets don't fit the hole for this, my speedometer, my LCD screen. And so I unscrewed the two top screws on the plate so that bracket can move back and forth, and now it would fit on the in between the holes where this riser could fit on this triple tree. The reason why I want to put some time on this is just because it doesn't say anything on the manual on how to do this. So Tiger, I just want you to know that this does not fit those two holes. You're going to get a message saying these don't fit, but if you do have this bike and they have not fixed it yet, to unscrew those top screws on top of this bracket, and that bracket will move back and forth and will fit on there fine. So now let's get this tire put on. Again, it's metal. Well, I'm sorry, this aluminum, beautiful writing right here, and it's got this flake in it. Very professional paint job. But let's get this tire on real quick. So on here, it's got a bolt that goes through it, goes through this little pad. We need to grab, sorry for the audio if it's no good, go inside this little pack here and grab, I think it says 15 and 13. It's gonna be one of these, I'm pretty sure it's a 15. This will also do your pegs up front, so keep this to the side when you're done as well. So grab this. This ain't light, buddy. This ain't light. Hold on to it, and we're going to, all we gotta do is just loosen this up, and you can kick it off. All right, so that's done. You want to shed some weight, you take off the tank or the battery. All right, so now that is off. On the brake pad over here, it's got a little spacer right here. Make sure that you take that off. So we got to take these little spacers. Let's put this packaging thing off. Busted ribs, so it's very difficult. That came off. A little bit of wiggling. There we go. That just came off. Now this, don't do anything with it. It's got a quick disconnect axle, which is freaking awesome. Inflate to 40 pounds, that's good to know, because these are flat, or not super full, whatever. All right, so rotor side needs to be on the brake side. All right, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna put the brake on the rotor first, and then you'll sit it on side here. Once that's set on there, it's pretty much done. Then we'll be able to put the little axle on. I'm gonna make this look like it's hard, but it ain't, I promise you. We gotta lift this up. Put the rotor on, and then, is it on? Wow, that was easy. Okay, now I'm gonna go put the kickstand down. Crazy easy. A little too freaking easy. All right, so quick disconnect. So you got two springs, 1, 2, and it's in a cone going into each other. But we're gonna take this off. And you don't, it doesn't matter which way you do it. You know what? Let's put it on the side so you can see. There's a hole, so you'll slide it right into it. Here, take a look. Slide it right into the hole. Just like that. Simple. Then on the other side, we're just gonna put the spring on and the screw. You can hold this side and do it this way. You can tighten it just like that, just super easy. All right, so I really want you to pay attention to this. I don't want you to put this, I'm gonna loosen it up so I can, don't put this just like that. You don't wanna face it this way. If anything hits this and opens this up, it'll vibrate this, and then you'll have a missing, the wheel can come off. What you wanna do is put it on a little tighten, right, like that, boom. Put it up like this, you're completely safe from this. But just keep your eye on it. I actually gave it it's tight. You want to make sure it has a good little snug to it. So that's finished. So let's go work on the front fender. Here's another little baggie. And it says, if you can see that, it says front fender. So we've got a long screw that's going to go on the top through there. And then we've got 2 short screws that are going to go on the side. Basically, the short screw is going to go in here. So let's slide this inside here. Sometimes you can go from the back. There we go. This thing is cool. Here it's got a little washer on it. Grab another washer for the back side and then the lock nut. It's got a nylon nut. There we go. And stick this through just like that. Can you see that? Hopefully. And then the washer, kind of doing it blindfolded. So this is going to be a 10 millimeter. Some Allen, I'm not sure what kind. If you have any of your own tools, like the ratcheting wrenches or anything, then use them, because this is a little bit on the aggravating side. And you can tighten this, it's not that big a deal. One thing I do once I'm completely finished, and you can eyeball this, like see how crooked that is? It's just super easy to just adjust it. And that's tight. I'm not gonna be tightening that anymore. Just please don't use a drill on any of this stuff, because you could hurt this big time. You could strip them. You do not have to. You can finger tighten it first. Let me get this out my hand. And just tighten quarter turn. Very simple. So once you're done here, lift the bike up with just your hand and just spin the tire just to make sure it's not rubbing. There you go, plenty. All right, I'm gonna do the other side and then we'll be right back. We'll spin the wheel together. I want you to know that they have 4 pistons on the front and back. The braking power on here with the hydraulic brakes is insane. It's way above the standard of tires. I mean, in my mind, you're having an electric bike that goes 30 miles per hour. You should have hydraulic brakes, and I think you should have double pistons. That's insane. It's got dual pistons on both sides, front and back. That is insane. That's great. But all right, so this is tied down. I just wanted to tell you that. Then I'm going to lift this up and then make sure it's not dragging. Yeah, everything's good. Just making sure it's not rubbing or anything like that. All right, let's put the foot pegs on. When you are sitting beside the bike, facing it long ways, it has on these R and L, which means rider's right or rider's left. So right now I'm on rider's right, which is the R. And that is going to be righty-tighty, but the other side is going to be lefty-tighty. I'll show you a little trick I've done in the past. You can do this as well, because there's no real fast way of doing this. The other side is going to be lefty-tighty. I want you to be aware of that. And I'm going to go do the other side real quick, and we're done with this one. You don't have to watch it. Super simple. All right. I am jumping around just a little bit. Because while I was up there, I could have went on and finished doing the headlight. But I actually was anxious to see about these right here. So in the back here, and I don't know if you can see it, it says left, right. Same thing with the pedals. Rider's left, rider's right. So grab your little Allen wrench that they come with. They did not tighten these down at all. Oh, they got blue Loctite on these. All right, see if we can get this thing started. If you had some ball Allens, dude, it would be great to do this. And it's important to do it right, because I think these clip the way these pull back when you're not having a passenger would be out of your way. There we go. All right, let me get these on. Look at these shocks. Golly, this thing is quality. All right, let me get this on and then I'll show you around. I gotta tell you something. Some of the craftsmanship on this bike is insane. The machinery, and I'm saying this, I've put hundreds of bikes together, guys. And companies will cut a hole for a screw, then they'll tap it and put threads in it. And then they'll paint the bike. So you're forcing, these threads in already an aggravating place because the Allen only gets like a quarter turn, and I did use my special tool here. And on top of that, you're having to cut through those paint. And they have done such an amazing job with this bike. Just the craftsmanship is insane. I'm honestly curious if anybody has issues, and if they do, how hard they would work. The customer service is insane with this company. All right, so pegs are on, and they just open. You sit back here, put your foot here. We're pulling them back. Let's get the headlight on. Let's do knife. And get this big old box opened up here. I don't know if you've ever saw or ever been experienced with like dirt bike riding or adventure riding, where you take a motorcycle and you ride on dirt for long distance, stuff like that. A lot of the adventure or enduro bikes have these headlights that have these cages over top of them, like this right here, it's like a brush guard so it doesn't get damaged. And they're so cool. But this thing, they came out with one like this. Awesome tires, awesome headlight, big huge headlight. But let me show you how to put it on. It's a little bit tricky, but not too bad. I'm gonna it's got these little bars right here. But come on over here, we're gonna put it together. So on here, you're gonna have a little rubber grommet and a bolt. Leave the rubber grommet on here. You're gonna have to have that in between these two little things here. Make sure this is facing downward like this. It's gonna just like that. So it's gonna be a little bit tricky, but I'm gonna stick that through like that, and then just kind of hand tighten it, and then kind of do the same thing with this one. There we go. Just go ahead and start like that. Come on. It's good to keep these little brackets loose, because you don't want to try to tighten it one way or the other. It's just it'll give it some little bit of issues. Righty tighty, guys, righty tighty. All right, once you tighten this down, then you can tighten the other things down. It's pretty simple. And let's see here. Pretty sure, there we go. That is a 14. Let's straighten it up a little bit. Tighten these down. Perfect. It's got that little rubber grommet on there, so you don't have to go super hard in the paint, but there we go. So we'll adjust this once we turn the lights on and everything else, but let's get, so I'll tighten these down, but I do want to show you this right quick. You've got this orange, and you've got this orange here. So arrow to arrow, there you go, simple. Now that's plugged in. I'm just going to tighten this, that you don't need to see that. And then after that, let's go start at the top. Let's go look around on the LCD screen, and then let's go take it for a spin. All right. Well, I got to tell you this. This is the most integrated system I've ever seen in my life. Number one, if you can see this here, this is beautiful. Everything they have done is absolutely top notch. Number one, hydraulic brakes, outstanding. It's got a FN, so no one can steal the bike without having your FN chips, that actually started with scooters, and I've been begging for the e-bike community to catch up with the scooter community, because the scooters have so much more advanced stuff to it. But what you do is you take this, now you've seen that it turned green, and then over here, underneath here, you push underneath. There we go. Boom. And so the very top right here, if you see You hold this down, the top plus button will give you your headlight. And that's when we'll adjust it, because we want to see the ground. We don't need to see the sky. I'm just looking to see if it has brake lights. It's got turn signals. I don't know if you can see that. Let me get you taken off here. So turn signals here. We've got turn signals there. And then brake lights, really bright LED lights. So it's got turn signals both sides. If you want to turn it off, just push the button twice. Yeah, I figured that was loud. Your shifter here, you've got a little shift that shifts down, and then on the back side, shifts up. So you want to go uphill, downhill. Just high-end stuff up here, guys. Just outstanding. It is low on battery. I'm going to charge it for a little bit. I want to show you a few things on the charger, but let's show you this real quick. If you see, it's got pedal assist 0 right now, so I'm going to push 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 is going to be your fastest speeds. I usually keep it around 2, so if I want to do any kind of long distance, so it just gives me a little bit of help. Yeah, I just want to show you that real quick. So real quick, I'm going to pull this out of the way. It does come with keys, so you can actually take this, push this forward and lift it up, and that's your battery. This all right here is battery. On the other side is your charger. You pop that in just right there. And that's how you charge it. A lot of people ask, how do you charge it? You can actually check. So if this is red, it's showing that it's critical, then you got green and then blue. But it has that same reader right there. So this is probably just so if you're wanting to charge it. It's got memory foam seat. And golly, look at this. This is a gorgeous bike, guys. All right. So that was the Junior. It's got a 10 amp hour battery for the tank, and I think it's 500 watts of power on the rear end. A little bit cheaper. It's for people that's 5'1" to 5'9". Just because it says Junior doesn't mean there isn't. It is for kids. This is a grown-up bike for sure. But this one is your Plus, and you've already seen me put this together. But I did put the battery on the charger for 24 hours. Tiger, what I would do just for good customer service is have that thing fully charged or 75% charged. When they're putting this thing together, they're probably wanting to ride it that day, and I didn't have very little. I had very little battery power on it. But let me grab the battery real quick. So come here, I'll show you how to put this on. I charged it on its own. All right. So it's got these little like levers, and just bring it forward until you hear it click, and it'll lock itself in. There it is. Close this up. Will it close up? There it is. Yeah, and there's a key on the other side that you just push this forward, just give it a little tap, and it'll pop right out. This is the battery. That's insane. Very smart. So let's go take this for a spin. I've got like a 30-mile loop that I can do. I'm not gonna pedal. I might pedal a little bit. I like to exercise, but I just wanna see how far this will go with throttle. A lot of people that own these do not pedal. I've talked to tons of people. I've interviewed quite a few people that own e-bikes, and a lot of them don't pedal at all. But I think this goes like 25 miles per hour, so this might take us about an hour. I'm gonna get this thing cambered up, and let's take it for a spin. This thing is beautiful. Let's get it. All right, so helmet's on, sunglasses, and the FN is on. If you put it on there like that again, it's off. So this is dead. I didn't damage nothing. So put this back on, turns green, the button is directly underneath, and this powers this on. Foot pedal says 2. There we go. Pedal says 2. Man, this thing's flying. This is only on 2. But if you would like one of these bikes, I'll put it in the description below. But I do 100% approve this bike. So appreciate y'all, and I'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.